A very good afternoon to all the participants of this India-Africa Food and Food Tech Expo being organized by ASSOCHAM from 3rd to 5th February. Warm greetings to everyone from Abuja, Nigeria. This particular sector selected by ASSOCHAM, food and food technology, is a very important key sector of growth for Africa, for Nigeria, and for India-Nigeria bilateral trade and economic cooperation. I am very happy that more than 50 exhibitors, over 200 buyers and trade visitors are coming together on this platform for both meetings, exchange of views, as well as for B2B matchmaking and taking the discussions forward from there. In terms of the exhibitors, the area selected by ASSOCHAM, and I must compliment them for such a careful selection, which cover processed foods and beverages, ingredients, particularly rice, confectionery, spices, tea, coffee, bakery, food processing machinery, and packaging. In terms of visitors, I am very happy to see that food importers and distributors, but also food industries, manufacturers, retail chains, stocking companies, e-commerce companies, and public distribution agencies are part of this very important business interaction. A few words about Nigeria. It's the largest economy of Africa, the most populous country of Africa. Its food expenditure alone annually exceeds 50 billion US dollars. It has large tracts of arable land. Agriculture is a growing sector of the economy. Nigeria is over-dependent, if I may, on food imports, and which is something Nigeria does not like. And therefore, it looks towards India and partnership with Indian machinery, Indian companies, not only to work out mutually beneficial investments, but also, very importantly, to become more independent, self-reliant in the vital area of food. Over the last 1 year, in particular during the COVID-19 pandemic phase, we have seen greater push in Nigeria for even more self-reliance in the area of food, dairy, and related sectors. Indian machinery exports to Nigeria amount to US $370 million, which includes food processing equipment, and Indian food exports in 2019-20 amounted to US $50 million. I have traveled to many parts of Nigeria, and I have seen Indian companies active in various sectors of food technology. I would like to recall that some of the largest rice mills in Nigeria are run on the basis of Indian machinery. Some of the biggest food processing and packaging plants are run, managed, and operated by Indian companies. Many of the seafood sector companies, fish, cattle farming, chicken and poultry rearing, and so many other related sectors are seeing Indian presence, whether in terms of personnel, management, machinery, or trade with India. So this is a huge sector of huge opportunity. I would like to compliment ASSOCHAM for identifying this as a focus area of growth with Africa in general and with Nigeria in particular. I wish all the exhibitors all success, and I Also wish the importers, all the participants from Nigeria, that they will once again, yet again, in Indian companies, find win-win collaborators. I would end by saying that we did recently a summation of all the Indian investments in Nigeria, and we came to the figure of a total of US dollar 19.3 billion investments by India or Indian origin companies in Nigeria. Indian companies are the second largest employer in Nigeria after the government of Nigeria itself. It is our largest trading partner in Africa. And I think in this area of agriculture, food technology, food processing, agriculture processing, the opportunities are immense. This is going to be one of the largest sectors of growth over the next few decades. And I'm sure that by working closely with Nigeria, Indian companies, and by working closely with India, Nigerian companies will find mutually beneficial opportunities and many more ways of growing together. I wish all participants all success. Thank you and all the best.
Namaskar. I'd like to congratulate ASSOCHAM for organizing India-Africa Food and Food Technology Virtual Expo, giving opportunity to all the stakeholders in this sector in India and Africa to come together virtually during these difficult times. As High Commissioner of India to Ghana, I see immense potential for India and Africa to work together in this sector, since there is already significant presence of Indian businesses in this sector here in Ghana. The Indian products, technologies, expertise and skills are much in demand here, since these are more appropriate for Africa. During the pandemic, when the global supply chains are disrupted, the Indian businesses in this sector, particularly the SMEs, can take the lead and take advantage of the opportunities created by the situation. From the High Commission, I'd like to assure all necessary facilitation and support to all the stakeholders in this regard. Once again, I'd like to congratulate ASSOCHAM for organizing this virtual expo and wish the best to all the participants of this expo. Dhanyawad. Thank you.
Namaskar. On behalf of the Indian High Commission in Nairobi, I bring you all warm greetings and good wishes. I am happy to learn that the Associated Chambers of Commerce of India, ASSOCHAM, is organizing the India-Africa Food and Food Tech Expo with the support of our Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The large number of participating companies, both from India and abroad, tells the story of the contemporary importance of the food and food technology industry today. I congratulate ASSOCHAM, one of India's oldest trade associations, for being such an active player, connecting Indian businesses with global businesses, and in this larger scheme of activities, business partnerships between India and Africa hold great promise. India is one of Kenya's top sources of investments, besides being a major trading partner. Exchange of bilateral visits at the highest political level in 2016 and 2017 has given a renewed momentum to the historically strong relations between India and Kenya. There are institutionalized mechanisms led by ministers on the two sides to steer our relations in diverse areas, and this is supported by a number of intergovernmental agreements and regular business-to-business contacts. Presence of a large business-oriented Indian diaspora in Kenya also provides an instinctive edge and underlying mutual understanding to building stronger trade and investment partnerships. Our two countries have long enjoyed a tradition of forging partnerships in the areas of development cooperation, education, and capacity building. India has offered lines of credit valued $206 million to Kenya, including for the upgradation of a textile enterprise Revatex in Eldoret, for power transmission lines, for development of small and medium enterprises sector, and for mechanization of agriculture. In education and capacity building, India offers over 400 scholarships to Kenyan students and trainees in different professional disciplines. These initiatives have deepened our mutual goodwill and friendship. India's food sector, on which we focus today, is today a high growth and high profit sector, for the simple reason that it has immense inherent potential for value addition, particularly in the food processing industry. India is making all efforts to encourage investments in this sector. It's a moment of opportunity. African businesses can exploit this moment of opportunity to the fullest by finding suitable Indian partners and get more competitive globally. You are aware of the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan or Self-Reliant India campaign, our Prime Minister's vision of a new India, making the country and its citizens self-reliant. The initiatives under it are bound to enhance India's trading ties even further. Atmanirbhar Bharat aims to make India an integral part of the global value chains, increasing India's contribution to the world economy. Global value chain transactions involve both exports and imports. This essentially means that the overall trade and economic ties between India and other still developing countries such as Kenya can only grow on account of the initiatives under this major campaign. I do hope that this forum will prove to be of mutual benefit to the food and food technology stakeholders of both countries in connecting Indian and African food industry players, resulting in enduring and long-lasting business linkages and partnerships. Thank you. Asante Sana.
इक्कीसवीं सदी भारत की हो, इसका मार्ग क्या हो? विश्व की आज की स्थिति हमें सिखाती है कि इसका मार्ग एक ही है, आत्मनिर्भर भारत.
India further progresses to be Atmanirbhar or self-reliant. ASSOCHAM is ready to play a pivotal role. As the chamber is the most prominent voice of the MSMEs, it is perfectly poised to work in this sector to translate the idea of self-reliance into a reality.
100 वर्ष का अनुभव व्यक्ति हो या संस्था बहुत बड़ी पूंजी होता है, और मैं एसोचैम के सभी सदस्यों को इस महत्वपूर्ण पड़ाव पर बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं, अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं.
ASSOCHAM is a constant partner in the progress of the nation. It worked closely with the government since its inception and gave valuable inputs, and the government recognized its initiatives. So, even in its 100th year, despite facing the difficult times, it carried on its activities, serving the nation.
We represent over 50% of the manufacturing GDP of India, as this is a chamber which not only represents large industry, but also small and medium. And its members of over 4.5 lakh organizations make it one of the largest such institution in the world.
ASSOCHAM, celebrating your 100th year, being together, generating ideas, influencing policy, and also showing and making a difference in the ground through all the activities that you are engaged in.
consumer electronics to defense electronics, to medical electronics, to strategic electronics. We are pushing our boundary far and wide. And I will appeal to many of my industrialist friends present here that electronic manufacturing is the real future of India.
एसोचैम को 100 साल पूरे करने के उपलक्ष्य में हृदय से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं और शुभेच्छाएं देता हूं। 5 ट्रिलियन की इकोनॉमी बनाने के लिए आप सब लोगों का सहयोग बहुत आवश्यक है।
We truly will have to look for a more inclusive society. But at the same time, we'll have to be a much more innovative nation. Startups, our young engineers, our young innovators do make all of us proud. I hope industry associations and industry also engages with that new emerging ecosystem much more deeply.
ASSOCHAM has dedicated itself to the service of the nation for ages. From pre-independence till now, it has played a pivotal role in the growth of the Indian economy. The commitment continued even in the difficult times of 2020. ASSOCHAM took its initiatives online and also addressed the issues related to the COVID-19 pandemic in detail. And offline, it worked on supporting society through its CSR activities. But its core activity of supporting the government in its initiatives took center stage in these difficult times.
For an organization with the legacy and heritage of ASSOCHAM, we owe it to society and industry and all our stakeholders to work for the 4 pillars of nation building. ASSOCHAM would work with the government and industry to achieve leadership position in this direction.
ASSOCHAM is a consistent partner in India's growth story. It is the symbol of India's consistent effort to grow as an economic powerhouse. For ASSOCHAM, it was, is, and always shall be India first. We would like to thank all our valuable partners and sponsors who are supporting us on the project.